So, first of all, thank you so much, ma'am, for accepting my request and for joining me today. Yeah, I would love to know how are you doing?
I'm good, and the things are also going well, my side. You say, how are
That's good
you?
to know. Yeah, everything is going good. As it is Monday today, so the morning was totally occupied. Since morning, I have
Yeah.
been just working. Yeah. Mhm. So in today's session, I have some doubts and questions which were asked by many people whoever connected to me over Zoom calls. So as you know, I just connect to people for English conversation for practice sessions. So we discuss a lot of things together. Then I have come across some doubts and questions which have been asked by many people, and I thought to
Okay.
just invite some experts on my YouTube channel, so and I can discuss those questions with them too, so that can help my viewers. Yeah, so shall we start with the questions?
Sure.
Mhm. So first thing is that you also have heard or maybe have come across people who have, or everyone has this kind of mentality, because we are conditioned in that way that English is a tough language to learn. So I want you to just simplify, is it actually tough to learn or it's easy? Because many people have this belief because of the conditioning since our first standard, like whenever we start learning the language, we are conditioned in that way that English is a tough language. Yeah.
See, I tell you, this is, as you said, the conditioning, that's the right point, and it is all about the mindset one is carrying. Most of
Hmm.
the time, why people fail in learning English, and at the end, they give it as a notion that English is not my thing. It's very hard because they are, first of all, they're not consistent. They started their journey, they come the halfway. When they are on the halfway, then only they leave rather than going forward, they come backward. So this
Hmm.
is the problem I have faced across many of the learners in my English teaching journey. Next, it is that the right approach. Many people wanted to achieve their goal, but they are lacking in for the right approach. I heard many people, they are saying that we are learning English from 2 years, 3 years. It's like too much, and still they are in the process of learning. So that means they are dedicated. But what is missing is the right approach. And the other people, those they are not consistent. So English is not tough, provided
Yeah.
you need to have right mindset and proper guidance and approach.
I absolutely agree with you. And it happened with me too. Like earlier, I used to do some practices for a certain period of time. Later, I just gave up. So, when I started my YouTube channel and when I started actually speaking practice, since then I am very consistent with the practice. And because of that, now I'm able to speak and interact with people confidently, and I am able to articulate well or use the words that I learned throughout. And I have been learning through these sessions only. I have learned from other co-learners, from other tutors and experts. So yeah, consistency is major, I guess, a key. But the conditioning is one which is harming them, and letting them believe in it, like, okay, English is a tough language and it's not for me. Yeah. Second is that many tutors have suggested to many learners that try to refrain from using the same patterns and same words, and remove those fillers from your speaking. So how to actually we can overcome those fillers and we can refrain from repeating the same patterns in words?
Okay, for this, I have a fantastic idea that will work for everybody, whosoever is listening. See what happens when we were in the college. What happens? We have to write an answer of like 6 pages, 7 pages, and but the content that we remember is only of 2 to 3 pages. And what we say, "Khula khula karke likhna," like just make by giving spaces and then write it down. Yes, this was a
Mhm.
strategy which everybody has followed. I'm very sure. So, if we know the content of 3 pages, what we are doing rather than just writing it in a congested way, we are just spreading it a lot. And in one line, we are writing like 5 words or so. So, the content can come up to the double of the pages or at least 5 pages. So, the same technique a person should follow while speaking. What we do, suppose anybody is talking, they say, I want to go to Mumbai, after that I will go there, then I will play there, then I will go to the beach. They are speaking like this, and then after a period of like 30 seconds they feel what to say next. They are fluent for this. This is like a kind of a hack. Nowadays we see there are hacks for a lot of things. So rather than going it very fast, you slow down your pace. There are
Mm-hmm.
like two advantages of it. Once you will slow down, you can even like stretch that 13 seconds content to 1 minute. And then the second advantage is that you will not underestimate yourself and you will be more confident because the
Mm-hmm.
flow of the things will go on. And one more technique it is that suppose if you are conversing with somebody, then you feel that I am not up to the mark, and you use a lot of fillers. So what do you do? Rather than like whatever things you are saying, if you're not getting what to say next, you repeat what the other person is saying in front of you. This is like a wonderful tip. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
somebody say, okay, so shall we go to Mumbai? You should, then you don't know like what to say next. Like you've said yes, no. Then yes, I think we should, yes, we should go to Mumbai. Like this. So affirming to the person in front of you. This first of all makes the conversation going interacted, and the other person also wants to talk to you, and you come out of this fear that I am not able to speak or I'm using fillers. And for fillers also there are few transition words like a person can use in between, like however, additionally, in addition to, and
Mm-hmm.
furthermore. These kind of transition words can be used, and if a person is wondering that I'm using fillers. Otherwise, if you are slowing down your pace, then that's a wonderful thing. Moreover, adding on to this, many learners they have this in their mind. If they will slow down, then they won't be fluent. The person will think that their English is not good, but it's not that. See, why I am speaking? Because you are listening. Why you are speaking? Because I am listening. So we do not speak for ourselves, we speak for the person in front of us.
Yeah.
So when we slow down, we are like more the person in front of us can understand us well, and the things like our things goes directly into the head of the other person. So that's a
Mm.
wonderful thing if you go slow. So this will help to reduce the fillers, and slowly and gradually once you will start going slow and the flow of the language is there, the fillers will also reduce.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree that many people relate fluency with fast pace. That if they are speaking too fast, it means they are fluent in English. But the main motive to speak any language is to make the person understand who is listening to you. Yeah, right. And like pace again helps a lot to think properly and reduce the multiple use of fillers. I had that problem a lot. Still, I do. Sometimes I use a lot and sometimes like a lot. But the thing is that now I am speaking a little slower, so I get to know immediately that I have used a filler here. So,
Yes,
you
see,
know,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
good. You are the good example.
So when you speak a little slower, you already get to know about your mistakes, even at the same time where you made a mistake, and if you are using any filler, so then you can easily get rid of that. If once you are aware of that thing, only then you can just work on it. Yeah. So next, I want to know, like, it is for intermediates. So do you have any 2 to 3 tips which can help intermediates to achieve the advanced level? As I am also an intermediate speaker of the language, and now I strive to achieve the advanced level. So any 2 to 3 tips which people can follow and achieve at home only, like without taking personal classes.
Yes, sure. See, first of all, that's really good if you also know your level and you want to ask for intermediate. What you should do, like you should read some articles, like news articles. Nowadays, everything is available online. Also, you can just go and look like Times of India, Hindustan Times, or any newspaper that you are really want to look for, and read some news articles from there. And after reading, try to speak about them in front of the mirror, like whatever you have read. First of all, by reading this there will be like a lot of vocabulary words that you can catch up, because that there are few words that you do not know. number one advantage. Number two, your reading will improve when you will, once you will
Mm-hmm.
be reading it loudly, you will be in the habit of it. Number three, you just try to say the same stuff in front of the mirror, whatever you have read in the news article. So daily one news article is a good start for a person to become from intermediate to advanced level, because it covers all the things. Just reading one news article, like vocabulary, reading, your speaking. So all these things are covered up.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
So
Because I have been reading books like story books written by Sudha Murthy ma'am, and some
don't
of the
read
books.
storybooks.
Ah.
Yeah, storybook. I tell you, when you have to go from basic to intermediate, then read storybooks. But
Mm-hmm.
intermediate to advanced means read news articles.
News articles, yeah. I have been reading storybooks only, and I think if I want to achieve that advanced level, I should consume content first that is advanced already. And thank you so much for giving this advice. And I think that would help others to, because many of the intermediates also watch my videos who actually know the language, who can speak, but sometimes they go blank, or sometimes they feel like I need to achieve the next level so I can express myself assertively, and I can just represent well impressively in front of their boss or in front in the meetings. Okay. Next is that many people know English very well, but because of the fear of judgment or because of the hesitation, they are not able to represent well. So how to remove the fear? It is not about the language now. They know language, but the fear, even if they are even taking classes with trainers, attending sessions, they have already enrolled themselves in many classes, still they are not able to remove the fear. So what we can do for it?
See, fear, as you said, it's not related to language, it's related to your mindset. What is your mindset? Let us do one activity that's really interesting. Okay, I'm giving you just 10 seconds. Look for green things around you. Any green thing around you?
Green things around
I
me.
want you to, yeah, I want you
Mhm.
to look.
Okay.
Okay, you can see here and there if you
Yeah,
want.
I think
That
I'm aware of my room, so I know.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
all right. So tell me which green things you have seen.
Plants behind me. I have plants. Like in my mind, I have seen those.
Okay, that's really good. Do you see anything that is blue in color?
Like your top, I can see blue in color.
No, no. When I ask you to see
Okay.
about green thing, that time
My
do you
my.
think
mm,
anything that is blue?
No, no, no. I haven't. No, I just thought about.
You
Yeah.
only think about green. So that
Hmm.
means whatever we think, we believe that. So this is a
Mm.
very good even motivation thing also, not only for English, taking out of your fear in other areas of your life. So whatever we think becomes our reality. You think, I ask you for 10 seconds, only think about green. There are so many things around. Like you see, my top is blue. The first thing
Mm.
that you're going to see, but you didn't see that. Why? Because your mind is instructed only to see green. So
Green.
you see only green, you didn't see blue. So
Hmm.
that means whatever we believe, think becomes our reality. So people, they keep on thinking, I can speak English. English is not my thing. मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. English is
Mm.
like so difficult. मैं बोलूंगी तो क्या होगा? सब ये सोचेंगे इतनी अच्छी position पे and she can't even speak English. My personality will be rude. This is all your mindset. So
Hmm.
everything is in your mind nowadays. Like even I work on the mental health of the students, those who come in contact. So mindset is very important, not only to learn English, to achieve anything in your life. So whatever you think, you believe that, and that becomes your reality. So a person who has to speak in front of anybody, suppose I have to speak in front of my boss. So if I'm getting this fear and bringing this thought again and again from my room to his cabin, that अगर मैं बोलूंगी गलती होगी सर के सामने, then what will happen? अगर सर ने सोचा इसको तो इंग्लिश नहीं आती, वो मुझे रिमूव ना कर दे जॉब से, और anything like these negative thoughts are keep on running in my mind for 3 to 4 minutes till the time I move from my room till his cabin. So the same will happen.
Hmm.
Universe say, okay, you be fearful, Your boss will start thinking. But if you will give positive thoughts to your mind, no, I'm confident, I have a pleasing personality, I do the error, that's okay. And I tell you, I give these things to my students also, and I share over here. Whenever you do error, don't be fearful. First of all, people won't say you have done the error, because nowadays people are like this, don't give the advice until last. So
Mm-hmm.
they will never say that you have done the error until unless they're very concerned with you. Second, if you have done the error and might be somebody point, you can simply say it's a slip of tongue. Human tends to do error. Very simple. हम बोलते हैं
Yeah.
ना हिंदी ऑल्सो गलती से
Yeah.
बोल दिया यार
And it
मेरी
happens
तो
even
गलती
in
हो गई
Hindi
तो
too. It
simple.
happens. Hmm.
Yes. So similarly, but these things we don't think in English. It
Hmm.
happens in Hindi, very rightly you said, but we don't think this in English. So you have to say it was a slip of tongue. If anybody points, because generally people they have this fear when they are in their college, they are in front of their boss, so they have to present themselves. So over professionally, we have this fear. Personally, we never have this fear, because the people who are we do not. Like the people, those who won't be judging, we don't have the fear in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have one of my student yesterday only was saying, "Ma'am, when I speak in front of them, my kids, I do not get fear. But when I speak in front of you or in front of my colleagues, I get very fearful. Why? Because he has a fear of judgment over there. So that means we have fear of judgment where we are professional in our professional relationships. In personal relationships, none has a fear of judgment. Yes, so in professional relationships, you can simply say it was a slip of tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the best practice anyone can do.
Mm-hmm. You rightly said that it is all about mindset. And
Yes,
but I think it is again a little challenging to change the mindset uh, by living in the same kind of space, and if you have same people around you who judge you or who mock you, so then it becomes a little difficult. Like for example, if a
yeah.
person is working already in and in his office, everybody knows that he is not able to speak or he's not confident, and he also is aware of that thing, like they laugh behind him or they talk about him. So then how to change that mindset?
See, I tell you this thing, this I long back I had a conversation with one of the school teacher. She
Mm-hmm.
says I have been teaching there for 15 to 20 years, but still if I don't remember like which teacher she is or so, which subject teacher. And she say if I say like rather than test, she say test taste. So all the teachers over there they laugh at me. So then I told her the technique, like this is the same thing what you asked. You are there for so many years, people know you, but still they
Mm-hmm.
mock you. And even if you try to improve, they even mock you more. They will
Mm-hmm.
say ki, oh, taste nahi bola I like this way, whatever. So,
Mm-hmm.
what suggestions I want to see, suddenly the things won't change because they have accepted you in some way out. And if you will start speaking very good English the second day, they will just say she's just pretending off. Nothing else they will say. ज़्यादा बन रही है अपने आप को, like this will be the comments. So what
Mhm,
to do? Start going it slowly and gradually. Like first start Hindi mixed with English, a bit of it. Like
mhm,
suppose in if you're saying five sentences, so out of five sentences include two sentences of English and three of Hindi. So
mhm,
slowly and gradually you need to change that, because yes, this is so true. If you're working professionally and you are not speaking good English and suddenly you speak a mug up like one day jump with very good English, people will not accept. Moreover, sometimes strong people even they do it. I won't say not everybody.
mhm,
Strong people, those who have like strong inner thing, they do it. But people those who already have this fear of judgment, for them you just start mixing up the things slowly and gradually.
mhm,
Because what happened, this I think it will go a very long topic. If I will start about it, this has another connection not only with your language, it has a lot of connection with the mindset also. And as
mhm,
if you say like the people around us, I always say we are the average of five people around you. So the
mhm,
five people around you, they are only those people, those who believe in cribbing and crying. So do you. So always try to change your company. Like you can start being contact, join some online classes and go outside and meet other people. So change your surrounding. Obviously, you cannot change the people in your office, you cannot change the people in your house, but you can be in contact with other people, those who have positivity.
Mm,
So suppose a person has a very strong desire to improve, but the people around them, they are like desireless, so he can never change. This is so true. Why? Because our desire is like our environment is more stronger than our desire. Our
wow.
environment is more stronger than our
Mm,
desire. So if you want to achieve anything, then you should have that company, and that company will not come to you, people will not come to you, you have to approach them.
mm,
So have five people in your company, those who speaks English. Have five people in your surrounding, and if you wonder where to search them, there are a lot of online apps available these days.
mm,
Go to such places where people will be speaking in English. Join such companies, join BPO multinational companies. So this is
mm,
something only if you are like so serious of achieving your goal. But you don't wonder that if the people surrounding you will be speaking in Hindi and you can be an
mm.
English speaker and you can change yourself, that is hard because environment is more stronger than the desire.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is what I did. No, not did. It happened to me actually. When I was in college, like everybody knew that I am not able to speak English. Mostly my classmates and all knew that. And when I came here, I was totally alone in my home. And I during lockdown, I just started learning. I just started preparing for the banking first for 2 years, and that time I was reading the Hindu newspaper actually, and from there I got interest in language. And I think I just stopped talking to many people. I stopped wasting my time in just indulging in the all conversation and gossips. And I just started utilizing my time in a proper way. And I was investing my whole time in learning the language. So I was just reading and trying to understand. And mostly I was listening to people, like some speeches, conversations, and podcasts. And through that I think I created the environment for myself online mostly. So after that I didn't meet any of my friends, and because I was there in JNU New Delhi during my college, and now I am at home. So since then, like in 2021, I'm here for a few months. I was there only in Jaipur for a few months only. But that time also I was alone in the PG. I used to live in a single seater room. So I think I created the environment online. So if you have the strong desire, you can create the environment for yourself, and it's you that you can change your life, your thoughts, your mindset. Yeah, everything you can change if you are willing to change entirely your life. Hmm.
Yes, and not only like we should start following some pattern, we should do some inner work also. Spend some
Yeah.
time with yourself and see if this works for me or not. Because
Mm.
one method doesn't fit in all.
Yeah. You have to test and then try and test, and then you can just okay.
Yeah.
Next is that some one of my subscribers asked me once when he connected to me that when he speak in his mind, he speaks confidently and correct English. And I also earlier experienced it. When we are alone and speaking in mind, we think that we are speaking correct English and confidently. But when it comes to have a conversation with somebody, we are not able to speak or represent well in front of them. So, first tell me why it happens and how we can just overcome it.
First of all, how you can overcome is with the practice.
Hmm.
Because every time you will be speaking and then you wonder, I'm doing the error, the next time be more careful. Like
Mm.
conscious efforts are required for that.
Yes.
You have to be very conscious the next time before speaking to somebody that this time I need to be better, and that really helps a lot. And next thing it do happens again, the conditioning of the mind, and the person feels, yes, I will be doing this error, or they have seen somebody in the surrounding that, or they have heard from somebody, so it happens. I give you a very simple example. 3 days back, uh, I just gave to one of my family member. What do we call that? Paneer roll. And then after that, he got cough, and I said, because you've eaten the outside food, that's why it happened. And that though it is homemade, but you know that the outer layer is made of like maida and all. So I said it is harmful. Then today, though it is not that much harmful, it's a paneer roll, it's good. So then,
Mm-hmm.
like today also, I was wondering to give the same. Then he said, no, I won't be having it. I will get cough. So why? Because I said this thought, I just built this thought in the mind. So now it is fixed that if I will have paneer roll, I will get carbs. Though it's not the reality. I just simply just it's come out of my mind. So this is
Mm-hmm.
similarly with the people, those who have it. They just wonder if in my mind I'm speaking good, but outside if I will say I will do errors. So this is again the mindset and the kind of environment you are in. First
Mm-hmm.
of all, to improve yourself, you need to change your surroundings. It is strongly recommended. You cannot take the people out of the house. I'm not like saying that, but
Mm-hmm.
add on some people, those who are in the same thing. Suppose you want to achieve some goal, so have friendship with that people, those who are already at that goal, so you
Mm-hmm.
can simply achieve that. This is what I recommend.
Yeah. But
Just
yeah, and
positive thoughts is something that helps.
yeah, thoughts matter a lot. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it is difficult to just change the environment and change people if you have toxic people around you. For example, if you are living with a family who has always those, fights in the morning. Like in my surrounding, there are some neighbors. Uh, In the morning also they start fighting, in the night before going to bed also they fight many a times. So like if a person who is also from that particular family and wants to change and has a different mindset and wants to achieve something, they can start by choosing their thought process. If they are choosing good thoughts and thoughts which can change their mindset totally, that can also make some difference. Because now I guess the technology and the, I guess, social media is a boon for those people who want to utilize it in a right way. So they can, if they are lacking somewhere, they can learn anything from enrolling themselves online in some courses. Once they have the mindset to learn and acquire those skills, and then they can later, definitely they can change the environment, they can just shift somewhere else by doing all those things. So nowadays it is not difficult to create the positive environment around you. And even because of social media, now people are aware of the spirituality mindset. And like if you are also a coach, so maybe many people have heard, or many people are sharing their knowledge for free on YouTube. So if a person has the desire to change his mindset, they can just learn online from YouTube itself. If they don't, if they are not in the position to afford any kind of particular classes, or there are a lot of free workshops also nowadays happen to, so they can just enjoy, they can just join them and they can learn. So it is just about you, that you can, even being in toxic environment also, you can change yourself entirely. That's what I believe in.
Yes, you absolutely said it right, and I'm with you on this. This is so right. If you have the inner desire, you can change,
Mhm.
you can do wonders in your life. And also about toxic people, I tell you, everybody has toxic people around them. Even
Mm.
sometimes I do come across, I don't look into it. I become blind when I see these kind of things in my life. I honestly, I become blind to it, or I close my ears because
Mhm.
I don't want to go into that energy. If I will
Yeah.
just see, if I will just hear, then the whole day I will start thinking about it because
Mm.
it's so natural. We are all humans. It's not that
Yes.
I'm a coach, so I don't think. I also think about it all.
Mm.
So I do not listen. I become deaf or I become blind. I
Mm.
don't
And that's the
see all
right
these
thing.
things. Yes,
Mm.
if they're happening also in your surrounding, it's so natural. We cannot change the other person. We cannot say, oh, if I am on my
Absolutely.
journey of development, so you should also change. You cannot, you can. And if a
Mm.
thought comes into your mind, like we have this, ek kaan se suno, dusre kaan se nikal do. So we all know all these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The last question I want to ask you is, from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start a group writing practice session. Since I strive to become the advanced one, and there are some people who want to achieve the same level, and we were struggling to, be consistent with the writing practice. So I just, a thought came into my mind, just start a writing practice session in a group where nobody is going to teach, but we will just decide a topic. We will just write together for half an hour, and we will share the words we are using, the things which we can teach one another. So I think that would be the right way. So I announced, and many people are interested. So we made a group, and from tomorrow onwards, we are going to do that. So if you can add, if you can help us how we should focus on the writing skills, that would be really helpful.
See, so how you're planning to do online?
Online, yeah.
Like you will be coming online and people will be joining you. Is it like that?
Yeah, yeah. On Zoom itself, we are total 8 people. So one of us will give random topic, and all eight will write on it.
Okay, so you want like I should give some suggestions for it.
Yeah.
See, for that, there should be for any topic, you should have five W's and H. So
Mm-hmm.
what if you do whenever you get any topic, just think about like what, where, when, and how, who, how. So think about all these things and question yourself, and you will get a lot of content for it. And try to make stories related to it. Like suppose if there is any content, so make story related to it. What happens when we just start writing in general, we do not get much of the content.
Hmm.
First of all, free writing should be there, not guided writing, because guided writing then just brings your mind only to the thought when somebody will insert or say something, only then I will be writing.
Hmm.
First, free writing, whatever comes to your head, then write it down. I should rather suggest not even give the topic to yourself, just start writing about your whole day. Start from there, write about
Mhm.
like how this room looks like. Start from there if you really want to improve, and if you are going for this challenge, this is really wonderful. And then after a period of like 10 to 12 days, when you wonder now you can write even 2 to 3 pages, then you can start for the topics that anybody could give, not before that.
Mhm.
Because first you are not into habit, and then on the very first, if anybody will give a topic and the other person they are not be able to write, then they get underestimated. So but
Mhm.
with the surroundings, what you have done from morning till now, everybody knows that. First go with free writing, write at least 2 pages, a minimum of, then go for the another topics and
Mhm.
start writing stories related to it. Suppose if in the morning there is an incident happen, so write about more detailing. Like suppose if I have to tell, like I went for a dinner, so in English my only words are I went for a dinner.
Mhm.
But in Hindi if I have to say, I said पता है यार मैं उस रेस्टोरेंट में गई थी, इतना अच्छा रेस्टोरेंट था, क्या खाना था, चिली पनीर तो ऐसे आया, शाही पनीर was like this. So I will start giving a lot of details.
Mhm.
But in English, if I have only one line, I went to a restaurant. So start to think like how the way you will be describing in your mother language. Go in detailing. Detailing helps to write more and more.
Mhm.
Because when you write in general, you have very less content. But when you write in detail, you have tons of content. So
Mhm.
these are few suggestions I will be giving.
Yeah, actually, I asked everybody that I'll have one-on-one session first for 10 minutes, and we will discuss a little bit about their journey of learning the language. Then we will go for the writing sessions. So everybody, I talked to them, and everybody was saying that we used to write, and we sometimes write about our days. So I also have done it for a month. I used to write about my day, about what I'm going to do, and about, like, after taking sessions, how I'm
Yeah,
feeling right
again,
now,
now you are
the
starting
things.
it as a
Yeah.
fresh to do it again. Now
Mhm.
you have done it like many like long time back. Now you are again starting to do the same and then
Okay.
go for the topics.
Mhm.
At
Sure.
least for a week for the
Mhm.
momentum to come on, start
Mhm.
writing. So you start believing that at least you can write 2 pages.
Mhm. Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it that I wanted to discuss with you today. And it was really lovely talking to you. And I believe this session would definitely help my viewers too. Because these all the questions are related to them, because everybody who is learning the language watch my videos, watch my content for learning purpose. So I believe that would definitely help them. And thank you so much for coming along and giving your precious time and sharing your insightful uh, tips and tricks and thoughts. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Bye. It was really lovely connecting with you too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead.
Okay.